And now the defending champ, also a native of Mexico, Viviana Del Angel.
Viviana Del Angel is just amazing. She has a quickness about her that never loses her grace. She is very graceful, keeps her composure. And Wimbo Chin, I think, has a lot to do with that, the coach at Minnesota. Very nice. That's the way you want to start. You want to put a dive that you have confidence in, that you like maybe, in the first round especially, so that you get off to a good start and maybe even feel like, okay, the momentum, just a little bit from round one. And you have to really compartmentalize and just think about your own dive and not what somebody else is doing, even though you're certainly aware when the crowd goes crazy and you hear some tens. So it's hard to do that, but that's part of the mental training for diving. Defending champion. Round 2 out of 5 rounds. Oh, nice. These women are starting off so nicely. What a nice tight tuck position that is. Spinning around 3.5 times, looking at the water in front of her to try and figure out, how do I reach my arms for the water to get vertical going through the water? Because you've got momentum. When your hands hit the water, your feet are going to progress a little bit further.
So there we go. And this is interesting. The defending champ is going off the 5-meter platform in round 3, which is again allowable.
And she was in 2nd place. This dive is not going to hurt her tremendously, but it won't score the same thing or near 81 points, not only because of a lesser degree of difficulty than the leader, Montserrat Lavenat from LSU, but also because she's not going to score 8 and 8.5 on the dive.
So now the defending champion. There's Wenbo Chen, the highly decorated, respected diving coach at Minnesota. This is a diver who does have experience. She's 25 years old, Viviana Del Angel.
Wenbo Chen has coached so many great divers, including, you mentioned it earlier, Sarah Bacon, Olympian for the United States and national champion on 3-meter. And this is an arm stand dive. Judges want to see control right there. That is going to pick up points, put her in contention for the championship. That was absolutely wonderful. Total poise control. The judges are not looking for an amount of time that they have control in the arm stand, but they're looking for the control and the balance, and she never, ever loses form. Feet together, legs straight, entry vertical, a tiny bit of splash, great.
Yep, 78.4. That's going to jump her ahead of Lavenant by 2.5 points. So the defending champion, and she needs 8.5s here on this dive to pass the total of Lavenant.
And that 8.5s would be a clean entry, a vertical entry. You're not going to get 8.5s if you don't have a good entry going into the water. And the takeoff sometimes determines, can she jump up and not fall back? Lots of variables in these somersaulting and twisting dives. I think she's going to get the 8s. Will she get enough 8.5s to go ahead of Montserrat Lavenat? Will she? I don't know. I saw her feet bobble a little bit on the beginning of the dive. Will she get enough 8.5s? There, the feet came apart, but she got them back together.
And no, she does not get the requisite points. Wenbo Chen was hoping, but Del Angel gets 76.8, so she will not defend her title, and it will be either Lavanant or still to dive Skylar Liu.